Hi, I'm Andrea Adams, here to read you a scene from my new book, The Betrayal. Red and blue lights filtered into my eyelids. Their brightness made me smile. Help had arrived. I was no longer alone with my thoughts and my fear. I heard my name being shouted, the voice, a welcome friend. My door was thrust open and a hand grasped mine. I was pulled from the car and yanked into arms that enveloped me. Green, twinkling eyes met mine as his mouth smiled and whispered, "Lace, we really have to stop meeting like this. People may start to talk." My lips twitched slightly at my friend's attempt at humor to diffuse my nerves. I shivered and allowed the safety of his arms to calm me. Agent Cole Pearson took my hand and led me to a sheltered curb. The rain had slowed to a steady mist. I inhaled deeply in its comforting scent. After a few moments, Cole nudged my hip and calmly asked, "Are you all right, small stuff?" I nodded and replied, "I think so. Just a little shaken, that's all. How's Nick? Were you able to find him? Is he hurt?" Cole patted my shoulder and said, "He's fine." He was a little perplexed as to why his sister's boyfriend's partner was urgently ringing his doorbell. "No worries. I didn't let on about Alicia or his plight. I made it seem like I was hunting Alex. Very convincingly, I might add." I breathed a sigh of relief. Alicia had not yet gotten her claws into him. Before I could thank my friend, another car pulled into the lot, red and blue lights ablaze. I glanced warily at Cole and asked, "You didn't tell him, did you?" Cole shook his head before pulling me to a standing position. "No, but you should." "I know, but it was Alicia. I couldn't. Besides, I didn't want to drag Alex into this one. It is my problem to deal with." "How is he, by the way?" "He's coping, though he tries his best to hide it by dutifully digging into this case. I can still tell that he is anguished and in pain. Just so you know, Alicia is Alex's problem too. She is wrecking his life by being back in town." "Why is she here in Fiona? Have you come up with anything yet?" "No, we're still working on it. That is what Alex was doing when I received your urgent summons. He was on a conference call with Landon and Tatia, so I decided to bring along other trained reinforcements." Cole nodded at the black vehicle as Agent Jackson and another young man in an FBI labeled jacket emerged from the car, official cases in hand. "Did you get lost, Agent Stoney?" The younger blonde agent yelled back, "Traffic! Sorry to say, not all of us have your lead foot, Cole, and stop calling me that." I glanced up at my friend and whispered, "Agent Stoney?" With mischief, Cole's eyes sparkled with challenge. "You'll never guess." Agent Jackson walked over to meet us and placed his case on the ground beside him. Ignoring his fellow agent, he eyed me curiously and said, "Lacey, how are you? Are you doing okay? Are you hurt anywhere?" I shook my head and assured Agent Jackson that outwardly I was completely fine and unharmed. In an attempt to change the subject off my evening's adventure, I said, "What's going on with the two of you? What is with the new nickname?" Agent Jackson glared at Cole and replied, "Is he blabbing my secret again? The S on my file was supposed to remain silent. Really, Cole, not everyone needs to know my middle name." "Oh, but they do, Agent Stoney. The secret is too good to hide." "Yeah, well, now is neither the time nor the place. We are in the middle of an investigation. I am sure Lacey would rather not talk about this while she is under duress." "Relax. It gives her a little levity." Grinning down at me, Cole ignored Agent Jackson's continued protests and blurted out, his father was apparently a huge Civil War fan. He grew up in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where Civil War history is practically hardwired into the genes. Hence, his middle name is... My mouth dropped in awe. I glanced at Agent Jackson and said, "No way!" Sighing heavily, the smaller agent replied, "Sadly, it's true." The other agent joined our small group. He was taller than Agent Jackson, and, if possible, his white shirt was crisper than his younger partner's. His dark hair was short and barely visible beneath his fresh new cap. He pushed his black-framed glasses up his nose as he set the case on the ground. He spoke with quiet authority. Actually, General Stonewall Jackson was known as an innovator and leader. Historians consider him to be one of the most gifted tactical commanders of all time. Being named after him is certainly an honor, not a curse. That's easy for you to say, Trey, and thanks for much for that fun fact. Can we please get back to more pressing matters, like Lacey's vehicle, perhaps? Cole grinned and replied, Whatever you say, Agent Stoney. Why don't you be a tactical leader now and take Trey with you to Lacey's vehicle? You two can start inspecting Lacey's vehicle for prints and for signs of tampering. I'll continue to take the fair maiden's statement. Grumbling to himself, Agent Jackson turned away from us and walked across the parking lot toward my vehicle, the agent named Trey in tow. I watched them as they set to work, taking pictures and extracting samples from the undercarriage of my car. Cole watched their progress for a few moments, shouting orders here and there. Finally, when he was satisfied with the other agent's progress, Cole led me back to sit on the curb. He took a small notebook from his breast pocket. I knew that my distractions were at an end.